Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on an online store called Cowgirlelf.com. At first glance, you see these products, nice pictures, and prices that seem, well, almost unbelievably low.
Yeah, and that right there, that too good to be true feeling, that was the first sign for me that things started to feel off.
Exactly. So what we're really looking at here isn't just maybe a bad deal.
No.
It looks like what we might call scam architecture.
Yeah.
This whole sort of facade built to draw you in.
That's a good way to put it, a facade.
So our deep dive today is really about taking that apart piece by piece.
Yeah.
We want to show you the telltale signs so you can spot them yourself, kind of become your own online detective.
And empowering you, basically.
Right. Our mission is to give you those critical thinking tools, help you see these subtle signs, these warnings that add up before you hit buy.
Okay, so let's unpack this. When you first started looking into cowgirlelf.com, beyond just those really low prices, what was the first thing that made you think, something's not quite right here? It was the product images, actually. They looked great, professional even.
Okay.
But, a quick reverse image search, it often shows they were just, well, lifted, copied from other legitimate websites.
So not original content at all.
Not at all. And that lack of originality, it immediately signals, maybe a fly-by-night operation.
Yeah.
They probably don't have the actual inventory.
Or even the right to sell it.
Precisely. And that's usually just the tip of the iceberg with these kinds of setups.
So it's not just about pretty pictures. Then it goes deeper, undermining the whole store's authenticity.
Exactly.
What else did you find when you started to dig a bit deeper? What other clues were there?
Well, following that authenticity trail, we looked for ways to actually contact the store.
Okay, customer service contact info.
Right. And that's where things got really opaque. Very unclear, hardly any way to get in touch. And certainly no transparency about who's actually running the show.
That lack of transparency, yeah, that feels like a huge red flag, like they're actively hiding.
They are. A real business usually wants you to be able to reach them. They invest in customer service.
But a deceptive one.
Works hard to stay anonymous. Avoids accountability.
Makes sense. So hiding the contact info. What else?
Well, it didn't stop there. Even the basics, the legal documents, like the privacy policy, terms of service,
Yeah.
they looked really generic, like standard templates, possibly just copied and pasted from somewhere else.
So not customized for their actual business.
It doesn't seem like it. And that's not just lazy, it has real implications. If those documents, the ones governing your rights, your data, if they aren't specific and legitimate.
It tells you they probably don't care much about legal compliance.
Or protecting you, the customer. It's another key piece of this scam architecture we mentioned.
Wow. It really shows how these things, these individual warning signs, they start to stack up, don't they?
They do.
They paint a much clearer picture and, frankly, a more worrying one. Did anything else really cement that suspicion for you?
Absolutely. We also noticed the website itself was, well, really new.
Okay, but a new site isn't always bad, right? Startups happen.
True. On its own, maybe not. But combined with everything else we were seeing, it becomes highly suspicious. And then there's the sort of digital fingerprint, the domain registration for cowgirlelf.com.
The WHOIS information.
Exactly. Whoever registered it kept their information hidden, used privacy protection.
Which legitimate businesses sometimes do, but
combined with the copied images, the lack of contact info, the generic legal text, it looks really bad. You can check this stuff, tools like WHOIS or ICANN lookup, let anyone see the public record.
So seeing privacy protected there alongside all these other red flags.
It's a huge signal, yeah. Why would a transparent, legitimate business go to such lengths to hide who they are?
It just increases the risk, doesn't it? Risk to your personal info, your financial details.
Significantly increases it.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now, maybe shopping online later today? The big lesson here, I think, is just how crucial it is to scrutinize those deals that seem way too good to be true.
Don't let the shiny pictures or the low prices just, blind you.
Right. Pay attention to these signs adding up. Take a few extra moments. Look for those cracks in the facade before you even think about making a purchase.
And this really leads us to a final, maybe more provocative thought for you to consider. How can understanding these patterns, these tactics used by questionable sites, how can that sharpen your critical thinking for all your online interactions, not just shopping?
That's a great point.
Because these aren't just tips for avoiding a bad buy. They're really principles for navigating information online, assessing credibility, and just making more informed decisions in, well, any digital space you find yourself in. Something to think about.